We have all been there. Your child is screaming on the floor, and your instinct is to use stern logic to stop the behavior. You tell them to use words, calm down, listen. They only scream louder. To understand why that fails, we have to look at what is actually happening. A child throwing a tantrum is using behavior to get a specific goal, like a toy. But a full meltdown is a neurological stress response. Their system is completely overwhelmed by sensory input or big emotions. Look at this cross-section of the human brain. The top area, the upstairs brain, handles logic, reasoning, and emotional control. The lower area, the downstairs brain, houses basic survival instincts. During a meltdown, that downstairs brain takes over entirely. Connections to the upstairs brain are severed. The body's fight or flight alarm sounds. Stress hormones flood their system, their heart rate spikes, and their limbs start kicking and flailing. Trying to reason with a child in this state is biologically impossible. They cannot follow your logic or process your instructions because the part of their brain that understands language is literally powered off. What drives this extreme reaction is the autonomic nervous system. This chart maps out a concept called the polyvagal theory, which illustrates the three distinct zones of our autonomic nervous system as a ladder. At the very top is the green zone. This is ventral vagal activation. Here, the child's breathing is steady. They feel safe, and they are fully capable of playing and learning. Drop down a rung and you hit the yellow zone. This is sympathetic activation. A perceived threat, even a minor one, triggers hyperarousal. You see anxiety, frantic movement, and aggressive fight or flight responses. At the very bottom is the blue zone. The child's system is so overloaded that it opts for dorsal vagal activation. They freeze, collapse, and completely disconnect to conserve energy. When a child is in the yellow or blue zone, an adult yelling or handing down a punishment registers as an active threat. It pushes the child's biology even further down the ladder. Whether the child is violently acting out or going completely numb, they are not willfully defying you. Their nervous system has hijacked their body to protect them from perceived danger. Young children do not have the physical neural pathways necessary to stop that alarm bell and climb back up the ladder on their own. To find safety, they require an external, fully developed nervous system. This biological syncing is a process called co-regulation. But a dysregulated adult cannot regulate a dysregulated child. Your mandatory first step is to force your own nervous system back into the green zone. Take a deep breath, release the tension in your jaw and shoulders, and lower your own heart rate. Then you offer nonverbal cues of safety. Crouch down to their physical level. Maintain a warm presence. Use a soft, rhythmic voice, or simply offer supportive silence. Your calm biology acts as an anchor. The child's panicked nervous system detects that safety and will begin to unconsciously mirror your steady state. As the child senses that the environment is secure, the stress hormones recede. They naturally exit the frantic yellow or frozen blue zones and climb back into the green. Back inside the brain, the survival centers power down. The prefrontal cortex, the upstairs brain, lights up again, restoring their capacity for language and logic. Only now can you use strategies like connect and redirect. You validate their feelings, discuss the conflict, and set clear boundaries. Meeting a meltdown with anger keeps a child's brain stuck in chronic defense mode, but lending them your calm physically wires their brain to handle future stress. You build their emotional intelligence, one connection at a time. To raise a resilient child, regulation must always come before education.